call the roll. Amanda was more than a little helpful as she is with my doddering and useless IT skills. And so I just want to give her a shout out for that. So let's call the roll. Commissioner Baker,
Here.
Commissioner Bluestone,
Here.
Commissioner Castillo,
Here.
and Commissioner Klingman,
Here.
and Commissioner McMillan here, Commissioner Villanueva,
Here.
and the chair is here. Good morning, all you smiling, cheery people. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Chair, I have a request for a motion to amend the agenda.
All right, what is that, Jeremy?
If the commission could add a number 3 to number 9, discussion regarding current and potential litigation, for discussion regarding an action related to the Non-Disclosure of Sensitive Personal Information Act. So that would be a 9.3. And
right.
then to move item 6 to after that item.
Okay, item 6 is, okay, we have 2 item 6s, so to make sure. Yeah, the ED thing. Okay. All right, is there
I move to approve those changes.
Second.
Second, okay, any discussion? Hearing none, the agenda is hereby amended to add the discussion as set forth in Jeremy's statement and as adopted in the motion. Okay.
Oh, Judge, excuse
Yeah.
me for interrupting. I was just looking at the agenda, and somebody had asked me if it was possible to go back to a practice we did before where we had public comment both before and after the executive session, just so people didn't have to wait around and not know when the executive session was going to end. I don't know. Usually we don't get anybody, but I think it's
well, that I think is the
practice.
reason we probably got away from it. I can't tell you. It's
Yeah.
just not on there anymore. But if there's a compelling reason to do it, if somebody wants it, I don't have a particular problem doing it. It's just
Yeah, I think
would
it
be
looks. I wouldn't call it a compelling reason, but I just think it's a good practice for us
Sure.
to just make it available to the public if there's anybody who wants to say anything rather than having to wait till the end of the whole meeting when we don't know when the executive session will end. So I guess I'd like to make an amendment to the agenda to add that in before we go into executive session, as well as what we have provided for afterwards.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Is there any discussion, any further discussion? Hearing none. Is anybody opposed to that? Okay, so we'll add a public comment section and just Amanda for future reference, just put that back on there, which I know you already have that note.
Amelia, Josh, Amelia.
Amelia, God, I'm going to get over that one day. It has to do with somebody I knew one time with that name, so I'm sorry. Many apologies and more to come, I'm sure. Okay, I've got 2 or 3 different agendas now working out here, so I've got to figure out, put that away. Next would be item number 3, approval of the minutes from the June 6th, 25th meeting. Is there a
Move
motion?
to approve the minutes.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes from the June 6th, 2025 commission meeting. Is there any discussion? Is there anybody opposed? Okay, so the minutes from the minutes from the June 6th, 2025 commission meeting are hereby approved. Item number 4 is advisory opinion 2025-03. Casey?
Hi, good morning, Chair, Commissioners.
Good morning.
This is a proposed amended version of Advisory Opinion 2025-03, which addresses whether a district legislative aide may also hold another state job. So this opinion was reviewed and approved by the Commission in the June meeting. After publication of the opinion, Commission staff received some feedback really focusing on this idea of sort of logistically, how can one person hold two jobs? And so this amended version doesn't change the legal analysis, but includes some clarifying language that really the circumstances are pretty narrow where this would be permissible. You know, as we discussed at the last meeting, there are situations where somebody might be able to hold a remote position or a part-time job or work on the weekends or evenings. But again, those are really narrow circumstances. And so this amended version includes that language in there and also explains that where a district legislative aide attempts to hold the same job during the same working hours, that wouldn't be permissible, that if it's prohibited by agency policy, that wouldn't be permissible, that really that would be a problem with compatibility, that if you try to do the same performance of duties during the same working hours, obviously those are physically incompatible jobs. And so this language just tightens that up just a little bit. And with that, I will stand for questions.
Thank you. So is there a motion to approve the amended advisory opinion as outlined in your materials, as set forth in your materials, and as outlined further by Casey today?
So moved.
So moved.
The motion in a second. Any discussion?
I have a question or two.
Stuart?
Thank you, Casey. This is very good. I guess you've done two or three of these opinions so far, and they seem to me to be very helpful. I'm just wondering, are you getting any feedback about how many district legislative aides there are? And number two, whether the opinions you're issuing are getting circulated to the legislative aides and more particularly to the legislators themselves, who I guess are the ones that do the hiring of these district legislative aides. It's a whole new game, and I just wondered if you could fill us in a little bit on how that's going and what your understanding is of the education on that you're providing, how that's being received or distributed.
So Chair Commissioner Bluestone, as the first question, I'm not sure how many district legislative aides there are at this point. I know that they were hiring them in sort of a staggered manner. I don't know where that process is at. As to how far this is being shared, Director Ferris might have more information on that, but I believe we received feedback from a few different places. So I don't know how widely it's being spread, but I do realize that there are people out there discussing these opinions.
Jeremy, do you have any other information about how we're distributing these and whether they're getting circulated to these legislative assistants and the legislators?
I don't know if they're being distributed to the legislators and the district aides. I know that council service reviews all of these very carefully, as does DFA. You know, because for this matter, for example, has to have some administrative feasibility and share to enable two state employees to hold jobs. And so that's the financial control division. And, you know, without us doing more than just our normal practice, it's getting down to the financial control division and across council service, and they get out, they're read.
And do we do press releases when we issue formal opinions?
So occasionally we have in the past, but it's not the normal practice.
Any downside in doing that, you think, as a normal course of business, just to get the word out?
Well,
It probably may not be picked up, but I just like the idea of getting the information out there.
no, I appreciate that.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman?
Hold on just a second. Stuart, you said you had a couple of questions, or are you?
No, I asked them and they provided information. That's
Okay.
fine. Thanks,
Thank
Ted.
you. Yes, Commissioner Villanueva.
I just want to add that I'm not sure that they're getting distributed to to the legislators. I was offered one of these positions, and I've spoken with two legislators about these positions and the last advisory opinion that came out, and they were not aware of them. There was one individual I know who was actually teaching in the school system, and that question didn't come from that area. But I have a question about whether or not teachers are government employees, because their feeling was that it was not, that they are not.
Chair Commissioner Villanueva, that's a very broad question. I think it might depend. I mean, if you've got people teaching in an educational institute, in a community college, in a public school, in a charter school, in a private school, it really would probably depend on the circumstances. So I can't give you an off the cuff.
Okay. This happened to be, this question came from someone who was in the public school system, and they said that they had asked someone about this. I don't know who it was that they asked. They didn't elaborate, but they said that their clarification was anybody teaching in the public school system was not considered a government employee. I would just wanting to know if you knew. That just didn't strike me to be right, but I'm not sure.
That Chair Commissioner Villanueva, that doesn't strike me as correct either. I will note that one of the citations in this opinion is to an Attorney General opinion, which concluded that a legislator could hold both a position as legislator and I think it was the president of Luna Vocational Technical Institute, so long as they met the correct leave procedures. And I believe there's a New Mexico appellate court opinion that also finds that a legislator can simultaneously be a school teacher. So there is some law out there. I, again, would have to look at the specific facts to.
We have a former legislator with his hand up, and I suspect he's
Well-
going to in on this answer.
Well, just very quickly, thank you, Judge. When I served, there were several public school teachers that served with me. And my understanding was that each of them was released either by the superintendent or the school board. Formal permission was given to be absent from work. So they did not conduct their duties at the same time. And so I think public school teachers are state government employees, and but to release them from a full-time position, there has to be my understanding was there has to be a formal decision in that regard by the school board or the superintendent.
Thank you. Yeah, Commissioner McMillan, Chair Commissioner Villanueva. Right. So that just sort of, again, I don't know on the district legislative aide and a public school teacher, but I would guess that they are a government employee and that they would have to go through this analysis to determine whether or not the two positions are incompatible.
Anything else, Judy? Okay. Yes, Jeff.
Speaking to Stuart's question about getting the information to the legislature and or the public, I'd want to ask Terry if he thinks there's an easy mechanism to send appropriate advisory opinions to legislative leaders and let them decide whether they want to share it with the entire legislature.
Commissioner McMillan?
Thank you. Honestly, Jeff, I'm not sure that would be particularly effective. Those who run for state office are not going to read through this entire opinion. They're going to choose a legislative assistant based upon their perceived notion of their efficacy and their availability. And so if I were to choose one, I probably would be very careful about choosing one that might be also a state government employee due to the issues around time. So I think a legislator's decision about this would fall first to the practicality of the person they're considering. being able to serve. And so, yeah, this would come in afterwards. It would, you at least a legislator could know that they could choose someone who is also a state government employee. But I would be a little reticent to do that, to be honest, unless they had a significant experience that might be brought to the table. I don't know. I don't think that would accomplish that much. Jeff, thank you.
right.
I did think I heard you say, Casey, that these were, or Jeremy did, that your advisory opinions in the legislative area, they are provided to the council service, right? Or the
Yes,
legislative council?
that's, my understanding is at least the Legislative Council Service is reviewing these and is aware of them.
Okay, so maybe if we provide them with the, I mean, that's the repository, that's the legislature's staff. And if we give it to them and they don't get it out, I'm not sure. I mean, how far do you go? Right. I mean, it's just a question that, I mean, that's who they serve. And if they haven't determined that it's worth sending it out to their folks, so what more do we do? I mean, if they choose to ignore what they've asked, other than the individual that got it, I don't quite know how many more steps we're supposed to take. If anybody else weighs in on that, I'm happy to hear it. But it's like, well, here you go. Please distribute.
Yeah, I don't think that's our responsibility.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah,
th-
Gary.
I was going to say, I think that's the limit of our responsibility is to make it available to the council. It's like the Attorney General's opinions. They're posted, I guess, on the website, but it's incumbent on somebody that have to read them.
Yeah.
And so, you know, as Gene Franchini once said, I can explain it for you, but I cannot understand it for you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. If you want to win the lottery, at least buy a ticket, right? Okay. Anything further on this? Okay, there's a motion and a second to approve, adopt, and issue the amended advisory opinion 2025-03. As to the motion, Commissioner Baker,
I say yes.
Commissioner Bluestone,
Yes.
Commissioner Castillo,
Yes.
Commissioner Klingman,
Yes.
Commissioner McMillan,
Yes.
Commissioner Villanueva.
Yes.
Chair votes yes. The motion is approved and the opinion may be distributed and published. Thank you, Casey, very, very much for your always good work. The next item is also yours. Updated notice of proposed rulemaking.
Chair, Commissioners, this is another item that was on the agenda in June. In June, the Commission approved a notice of rulemaking and hearing that would have occurred at this meeting. Unfortunately, due to a clerical error at State Records and Archives, the Commission's notice was not timely published. And so the Commission was unable to meet the 30-day required public comment period. And so it's before you again today, seeking approval of this updated notice of rulemaking and public rule hearing to be held. It currently has October 3rd, which would be the first Friday. If the Commission determines it would be a different date, staff would update the notice accordingly. There's one other amendment from the rules that the Commission reviewed in June. And that is simply to update the definition of ethics laws. The way it's currently drafted, it only covers the laws that are identified in Section 1016G9A of the State Ethics Commission Act. And this would expand that definition to include any other laws for which the Commission has jurisdiction or authority to act. And the reason for that is that in the last legislative session, there was at least one statute that was passed that gives the Commission additional authority beyond that statute. And there were two other proposals. And so the legislature is including the State Ethics Commission in statutes where it is not making comparable changes to the State Ethics Commission Act. And this would expand that definition so that the Commission staff can review allegations of alleged violations of those other statutes in the same manner that it reviews the informal complaints that it receives now. And so with that, the commission staff would seek a motion to approve the notice of rulemaking and public rule hearing for the October 2026 meeting.
Thank you. Is there a motion and a second?
So moved.
So,
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Okay, Commissioner Baker? Well, you know what?
Yes.
Yeah, we should. Commissioner Baker, I'm sorry. Commissioner Bluestone?
yes,
Commissioner Castillo?
Yes.
Commissioner Klingman?
Yes.
Commissioner McMillan?
Yes.
Commissioner Villanueva?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes. Motion carries. Thank you very much. And my scorecard is pretty marked up, but I think here we asked for public comment at this point before going into closed session. Is there anybody who is here as a member of the general public that wishes at this time to make a comment or state an opinion? I will defer to you, Amelia, to survey the assembled.
Thank you, Chair. I don't see anyone, I don't see any members of the public here at this time.
That goes back to my my in-person meeting
right.
comment, Gary. Okay, no public comment at this juncture as there is no public. Okay, so Chair now will entertain a motion to go into executive session pursuant to section 1015(1)(h)(3) and 1015(1)(ch)(7) to discuss matters identified in sections 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Is there such
So
a motion?
moved.
Chair.
Yes.
I believe there's an additional provision of law that's applicable today.
Okay.
Be section 1015(1)(h)(2).
Okay, and with that amendment to the motion is to the suggested motion, is there a motion and a second?
So moved.
So moved.
Okay. Is anyone opposed to that, to us going into executive session pursuant to the motion? Okay, hearing no opposition, we will move into executive session. And we will get our notices from Amelia to move into a separate room, I assume. Yep, there's your joint.
there, is it Mr. Brown? Is that how you say your last name?
Sorry, I was on mute. Yep, it is. Mr. Bond. Yeah.
Mr. Bond. Okay, great, thank you, and thanks for joining. Welcome. Just wanted to let you know, everyone's in executive session right now, which is why it looks pretty empty here. But the commission will wrap up executive session shortly, and everyone will return to the main room.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Yeah, and then should I just be on mute during that?
Yes, sir. And then we'll have public comment at the end. And so if there's something you'd like to say to the commission, there will be a time for that. It's agenda item number 15.
Okay. All right, great. I'll just wait here in the wings.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Bond.
Okay, we are still without Commissioner Baker. There's Commissioner Villanueva and Commissioner Klingman. How about Jeff Baker? There he
There I
is.
am.
Okay,
right.
we're back in open session. I will state for the record that the matters discussed in the closed meeting were limited only to those specified in the motion for closure. Okay, back on the agenda. I'm going to first start with Becky and the administrative matters under Rulona.
Good morning, commissioners and chair. Again, still don't have my camera, but staff requests the commission to issue the default order in Notary Public Complaint 2025 NP 07 in re Notary Public Commission of Mark James Verplo.
Thank you. Is there a motion and a second?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, Commissioner Baker,
Yes.
Commissioner Bluestone,
Yes.
Commissioner Castillo,
Yes.
Commissioner Klingman. Commissioner Klingman, you're muted. You're muted, Gary. You're still muted.
There we go.
All right.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you. You bet. Thank you. Commissioner, where am I? McMillan
Yes.
and Commissioner Villanueva.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion carries. Let the order issue.
Thank
Next
you.
item. Yes, thank you, Becky. Administrative matters under the State Ethics Commission Act. That is for Zach and Jessica.
Chair, members of the commission, in administrative complaint number 2025-19, I respectfully request a motion approving an order of dismissal for lack of jurisdiction.
Thank you. Is there a motion and a second?
So move.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Hearing none. Commissioner Baker,
Yes.
Commissioner Bluestone,
Yes.
Commissioner Castillo,
Yes.
Commissioner Klingman,
Yes.
Commissioner McMillan,
Yes.
Commissioner Villanueva.
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Thank you. Item number 2.
Chair, members of the commission, as to administrative complaint number 2025-20, I respectfully seek a motion approving an order of dismissal for lack of jurisdiction.
Thank you. There's a motion and a second.
Motion.
So
Second.
moved.
Thank you. Any discussion? Hearing none. Commissioner Baker,
Yes.
Commissioner Bluestone,
Yes.
Commissioner Castillo,
Yes.
Commissioner Klingman,
Yes.
Commissioner McMillan,
Yes.
Commissioner Villanueva,
Yes.
and the chair votes yes. The motion carries. Roman numeral 3.
Thank you, Chair. Members of the commission, as to administrative complaint number 2025-21, I respectfully request a motion approving an order of dismissal for lack of jurisdiction.
Thank you. Is there a motion and a second?
So moved.
Thank you. It's moved and seconded to issue the order as outlined. Commissioner Baker,
Yes.
Commissioner Bluestone,
Yes.
Commissioner Castillo,
Yes.
Commissioner Klingman,
Yes.
Commissioner McMillan,
Yes.
Commissioner Villanueva.
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Thank you. Roman numeral 4. Zach, I think this is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and Commissioners. In administrative complaint number 2025-22, Schumacher v. Sickler, we are requesting a dismissal order on the grounds that we do not have jurisdiction in this matter.
Is there a motion and a second to so dismiss?
So
So
moved.
moved.
Thank you. Any discussion? Hearing none. Commissioner Baker,
Yes.
Commissioner Bluestone,
Yes.
Commissioner Castillo,
Yes.
Commissioner Klingman,
Yes.
Commissioner McMillan,
Yes.
Commissioner Villanueva.
Yes.
Chair votes yes. And finally, Roman numeral 5, Zach.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Commissioners. In administrative complaint 2025-023, we are requesting a dismissal for lack of jurisdiction in this matter against the New Mexico Department of Health and Naomi Moreno.
Okay, is there a motion and a second to so dismiss?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Hearing none, Commissioner Baker,
Yes.
Commissioner Bluestone,
Yes.
Commissioner Castillo,
Yes.
Commissioner Klingman,
Yes.
Commissioner McMillan,
Yes.
Commissioner Villanueva.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, dismissed. All right, thank you very much, both Zach and Jessica. Next is authorization of civil actions. Connor?
Good morning, Mr. Chair, members of the commission. I seek authorization to make a demand and, if necessary, file a civil action against Joe Milo and Aaron Serra for violations of the Governmental Conduct Act.
Thank you. Is there a motion and a second?
Before
So
we do
moved.
that, I just need to make sure that everybody knows I'm recusing on this case.
Thank you. Okay, with Commissioner Castillo's recusal, is there a motion and a second?
So moved.
So moved.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. As to the authorization, Commissioner Baker,
Yes.
Commissioner Bluestone,
Yes.
Commissioner Klingman,
Yes.
Commissioner McMillan,
Yes.
Commissioner Villanueva. Judy?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear. And chair votes yes. So, by a vote of 6-0, that carries with the recusal of Judge Castillo. The next item, what's the next one on there?
I believe the next one is the Secretary of State.
Has to do with the Secretary of State's fees,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Would you set it out? My agenda's got all kinds of lines on it. I can't read it. There it is. I'm sorry. The commission authorization of a civil action regarding late reporting fees.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, members of the commission, I seek civil authorization to file a civil action and, if necessary, or make a demand and, if necessary, file a civil action against Ariana Jamie Saludaris and Gabriel Durnlaran to collect and enforce the late fees assessed to them by the Secretary of State.
Thank you. Is there a motion and a second?
So
Well, I'd
moved.
make the motion, but also consistent with our discussion to have a letter go to the Secretary of State's office explaining the reaction to the other cases and to engage in negotiations with the Secretary of State's office about further enforcement actions. So consistent with what we discussed, that we approved these two, but we're also engaging in discussions with the Secretary of State about their other referrals and what our thoughts are about those and how to proceed.
Yes, sir. And Chair, I'd also ask that the motion be amended to not only seek the late fees, but just to enforce the Campaign Reporting Act generally, as to those two individuals, as the commission discussed in closed session.
Is that amendment accepted?
Yes.
Okay. And whoever seconded it, is that acceptable?
Yes.
Thank you. All right. So the amended motion and second are before us. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Commissioner Baker,
Yes.
Commissioner Bluestone,
Yes.
Commissioner Castillo,
Yes.
Commissioner Klingman,
Yes.
Commissioner McMillan,
Yes.
Commissioner Villanueva.
Yes.
Chair votes yes. All right.
Thank you.
Very much, Connor. Jeremy, I think the next matter, if I'm right, somebody keep me on task here. My agenda's been moved around too much here. But it would appear that the next item is the reappointment and authorization for a salary increase for the executive director. Is there a motion and a second?
I have a motion to approve the application, the extension of Jeremy Ferris as executive director from his current term that expires September 13, 2025 for another 6 years, and with a salary increase of 12.31% to equal $190,000 a year salary.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Okay, hearing none. Commissioner Baker,
Yes.
Commissioner Bluestone,
Yes.
Commissioner Castillo,
Yes.
Commissioner Klingman,
Yes.
Mr. McMillan,
Yes.
Commissioner Villanueva,
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion carries. Okay. Believe that covers everything. Item or action item wise. The next item is the discussion of the next meeting. I have travel plans that were arranged by She Who Must Be Obeyed. So I am proposing that in lieu of the October meeting being on the 3rd, that it be moved to the 10th. Is everybody okay with that?
I'm not.
Okay. What works for you,
The
Judy?
10th of November, that's a Monday?
No, October.
October.
Oh, October. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Oh, that's fine. The 10th is good.
Okay. Everybody okay with that?
Yes.
Thank you. And my wife thanks you. Or would if she were here. Okay, so, on second thought, maybe she would prefer, anyway. Fine. We will have the next meeting then on the 10th of October. And Amelia, would you do us the courtesy of checking to see if anybody would like to make a public comment?
Thank you, Chair. We did not receive any written public comment in advance of the meeting, and I'm not seeing any members of the public here today. But if you are, please unmute yourself. You'll have 2 minutes to make public comment, and please keep it relevant to agenda topics. But again, Chair, I'm not seeing anyone here.
Mr. Chair,
Thank you. Yes, sir.
in light of the change of the meeting from October 3rd to October 10, I just want to be sure the staff makes whatever changes they need to that rulemaking.
On the rulemaking authority,
that,
right? I
that
haven't
referenced October 3, so they'll have to change that to October 10.
Nice catch. Thank you. I wrote that's on one of my many agendas that I have written here, but it's not the one I'm looking at presently. So thank you, Stuart. All right. There being nothing further, thanks, everybody. Please stay safe and well, and we'll see you on October 10th with the possibility of an interim special meeting. Okay, thank you. We're adjourned.